The Denver Nuggets are coming straight off an NBA championship, and expectations couldn't be higher for them right now. Their record last year was 53-29, and they were first in the West. And as you know, they went on to win the ring. First of all, being the Timberwolves in 5, they beat the Suns in 6, they swept the Lakers, and then won the finals in 5 against the Miami Heat. And now they're coming back, and they're trying to run it back, trying to get that next ring. Of course, Jokic is looked at as the best player in the NBA at this point. And it's reasonable because he won 2 MVPs and then won a championship, took his team to a championship, and won a Finals MVP, pretty much being the most dominant offensive player that we've seen. Well, I mean, there is Steph Curry and LeBron James, but still, he had a dominant run, and there was no option to stop him. But he was always looking for his guys to be open, and he was the best playmaker, or at least one of the best playmakers in the league. And if he didn't find his guys for open shots, he would just score on you himself. Because you're not guarding Jokic in a one-on-one matchup most of the time. So if you have to send a double team to him, that's leaving one of his teammates open, which leaves even more open space for him, because then he could pass it out and they shoot, and that helps them win games. That's why the Nuggets won a championship, because nobody could stop Jokic individually, and if they doubled him, somebody else would be open. So with the Nuggets having Jokic driving the most unstoppable offense in the NBA last year, that's what really helped them win that championship. And coming into this year, they still have Jokic, of course. They still have Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. But they did lose Bruce Brown, and they lost Jeff Green. And Bruce Brown and Jeff Green were 2 pretty important pieces of this championship roster. Bruce Brown especially, because he is one of those guys who can come onto any team and just do little things that you need him to do. Rebound, play make a little, not really play make a little, but play make a little, move off the ball, score a little. He's really that plug and play guy that you really would want in a championship team. And he's a big reason why the Nuggets won that championship. And they lost him to the Pacers. And now you do have Christian Brown off the bench. Let me actually read out the depth chart to y'all so you understand the makeup of this roster right now. Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. That's the starting lineup. Then off the bench, Reggie Jackson, Christian Brown, Justin Holiday, Vlatko Konkar, or Peyton Watson. They're probably going to run Peyton Watson there. And DeAndre Jordan. They're probably going to run Zeke Naji there. There's supposed to be some other guys here, but for some reason, it didn't update. But yeah, my point is, they did lose some bench pieces in this offseason, and they're coming back in this year, and of course, there's Christian Brown. And Christian Brown, in the playoffs last year, showed out. He's a big reason why they won that championship as well. He was showing out in those finals and playoff games and everything. And he was doing his role, playing his role, doing his thing, giving good minutes to the Nuggets. And now he's taking a bigger role because he's really going to be the guy you depend on off the bench. When you look at this bench rotation, you have Reggie Jackson. But aside from that, the next best guy really is Christian Brown. So I don't know how much I believe in this team's bench, especially with losing those pieces that really helped them win that ring. But they still do have Reggie Jackson, who can be good. They still do have Peyton Watson and Zeke Naji, who can be good. And Julian Strawther, who's a rookie. I didn't scout him, but I've heard that he was playing good in preseason games. So they do have some pieces off the bench who can possibly help them. But I'm not 100% sure about their chances to actually help, to actually do what they did last year. Because the bench last year was a lot better than the benches this year. Now, Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray absolutely went off last year in the playoffs. He averaged he might have averaged 30 and 10 in the finals. And he was doing amazing, and he was a big reason the Nuggets won this championship. He was that secondary star beside Jokic who really helped them win. And now a lot of people look at him as a top 5, top 7 top 7 point guard, maybe top 5 point guard in the NBA. And to be honest, I love Jamal Murray, but I don't know about top 5. Because if you look at the point guards in the league right now, I didn't make an official list, but you have Steph Curry, who's up there. You have Luka, who's up there. You have Shea, who's up there. You have Dame, who's up there. And you have Ja Morant, who's up there. That's 5 point guards who any day of the week I'm taking over Jamal Murray. Then, after those 5, you have a lot of guys who can be considered for the spot. For example, Trae Young. I wouldn't be mad if somebody put him at 6, but he's also controversial. Same thing for Tyrese Haliburton. I wouldn't be mad if somebody put him at 6, but you don't know if it's too early to put him there. I'm not counting Kyrie as a point guard because he's basically a 2 guard. He plays beside Luka, so he's not really a point guard. You have Jalen Brunson. You have James Harden. You have a bunch of guys who are there. And then you have Jamal Murray. And I don't know if... And De'Aaron Fox. I didn't even mention De'Aaron Fox. But I don't know if Jamal Murray is really up there with those other point guards yet. I have to see more. Because yes, he averaged 30 and 10 in the finals. But the way I see it, I always look at the bigger picture. I always look at the larger scale thing. So the regular season, really. Because if you look at the regular season, you see all these guys hooping, and especially like a guy like De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox, the whole regular season was the top 8 point guard in the league. Probably top 8 point guard in the league. And then you come to the playoffs and people are saying, oh, Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray's cool, but I need to see more from him. In the season last year, he wasn't bad, but he wasn't playing at the level that De'Aaron Fox was playing at. And to be fair, De'Aaron Fox is the best player, or debatably the best player on his team, but he also does have some bonus there. So he also has another big man who actually has a pretty similar playstyle to Jokic somewhat. But yeah, what I'm saying is, I don't know if Jamal Murray's really on the level of those other guys yet. If I see him come out, it's similar to Austin Reeves. If I see him come out, because both Austin Reeves and Jamal Murray played amazing in the playoffs last year. If I see both of those guys come out this year and hoop, then they definitely like, in my eyes, they're 100% where other people have them. Like, if Austin Reeves comes out and averages 20, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's on the level of those other guys. Like Jordan Poole, Tyler Hero type guys. If Jamal Murray comes out and makes the All-Star game, I mean, I know making an All-Star game isn't the end-all, be-all, oh yeah, you're good if you're making an All-Star game. I mean, if he actually shows out and shows that he's worthy of an All-Star game appearance in the regular season, then I'll be like, oh yeah, sure, Jamal Murray, you could rank him up there. But for now, I'm still questionable because I want to see it over a longer period of time. I don't want to just take those, whatever, 16 games, 17 games, 18, however many games it was, of the playoffs, and just say, oh yeah, that's enough. I'm fine with just seeing that Jamal Murray's a top 7 point guard and top 6 point guard in the league. I'm like, nah, I'm not going that far yet. I just want to see more from him. Because, of course, we saw a lot already. We've seen these guys prove that they're great playoff performers. But to be a top point guard in the league, in my opinion, you have to be good in the playoffs and the regular season. A good example is Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs is a top 5 player in basketball. But just because of his inconsistency and injury problems in the regular season, some people don't even have him in their top 10. So that's where I'm like, of course, it's good that you're doing your thing in the playoffs, but I also want to see something in the regular season. That's another similar case to that is Terrence Mann, where he was really good in the playoffs and then in the season. Everybody expected a lot for him in the season, but then didn't really do as much as he did in the playoffs. So that's just another example. I remember I brought up that example some time ago and somebody got mad at me in the comments section. But anyways, Jamal Murray is going to be good at the very least. If not an all-star, a borderline all-star. And Jokic is going to be one of the best players in the NBA. Those two are the constant guys who you know are going to be there. Unless Jamal Murray gets injured, because he has had injury problems in his career. But if he stays healthy, this team is definitely a top team in the West. And then looking at the rest, you have Michael Porter Jr. Of course, there were the memes with him not passing and, you know what I'm saying, being kind of a one-dimensional player. But he's still good. He still is a big reason that this team won a ring. So, You know what I'm saying? You got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, another big reason this team won a ring. A great 3-and-D guy. You got Aaron Gordon, who was a really, really big reason this team won a ring. He was doing the little things, getting boards, playing defense, scoring. He was doing his thing, man. And when you look at all the supporting pieces that they put around Jokic on this team is really the perfect team built for Jokic. At least in the starting lineup. The starting lineup is an amazing team built for Jokic because you have Jamal Murray, who's a secondary star, KCP, who's a 3-and-D wing, Michael Porter Jr., who's a scoring, pure scorer wing, Aaron Gordon, who's a defensive guy and a guy who can move off the ball, catch some lobs, score a bit. He just does whatever you need him to do on the court. And then Jokic, the superstar. So this starting lineup is definitely one of the best starting lineups in the NBA right now. It's just the bench I'm a little unsure about because you get Christian Brown, who can be good. You get Reggie Jackson, who is, you never know. And then after that, it's kind of iffy. We don't know what to expect from the rest of these guys. And of course, some of these young guys can come up and surprise me, but I'm still not 100% confident that the depth is enough. And one thing that actually got brushed over because of them winning a championship, their defense isn't great. They have Aaron Gordon, who's a great defensive player. They have KCP, who's a good defensive player. They have some other guys who can play defense. But they don't have great defense. They don't have, the Bucks defense. The Bucks, of course, have one of the best defenses in the league with Giannis and Brook Lopez. But they don't have a really good defense. I keep thinking of really, really amazing defensive teams. Even, I would say right now the Warriors' defense is better than theirs. Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, Chris Paul. Those are 4 pretty good, at the very least decent defenders. And can I name 4 guys of the same caliber defensively on this team? No, I doubt it. I mean, Aaron Gordon, KCP, Jamal Murray maybe, Christian Brown. It gets kind of hard after that. So when it comes to defense, this team isn't really great. But the reason they won a championship is because their offense carried them so far. So if that happens again, bet. But I don't know because Bruce Brown was the guy who brought a lot for them last year on defensive and offensive side of the ball. And Jeff Green also did the exact same thing. Well, not the exact same thing as Bruce Brown, but you get what I'm trying to say. So I don't know how much I believe in this team this year to be amazing. I mean, of course, they're still going to be a 100% guaranteed top 3 seed. But I don't know how good they're going to be, man. I still am questionable. Another reason is because every year for the past, I don't even know how many years, ever since 2021, the team that was the 1 seed or the team that won a championship the previous year never comes back to win a championship, or never comes back to be a 1 seed the next year. Because a lot of times people see a team win a championship and they're like, oh yeah, this team's gonna be the 1 seed for sure. So if you look at the Lakers, 2020 they won a ring, 2021, 7 seed. And of course the Lakers are a special case, but look at the next year. The Bucks, 2021, won a ring, 2022, 3 seed. The Warriors, 2022, won a ring, 2023, 6 seed. And I'm not saying that the Nuggets are like those other teams, but I don't think they're going to be a 1 seed, maybe not even a 2 seed. We'll see what happens. I'm not making my predictions yet, but y'all will see. I don't think this team is going to be as good in the regular season as a lot of people think they will be. They're still going to be, of course, a top team in the West, but I'm not expecting them to go out and win every single game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's all I really have to say about this Nuggets team. My predictions are coming out probably either tomorrow or later today, sometime in the next 24 hours. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment down below any tips, tricks, topics, and tell me what you think about the Nuggets for this upcoming season, man. If I'm wrong, let me know about it. If I'm right, let me know about it. Just tell me down below. And that's about all I have to say. I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day. I'm out.